Hi, and a very warm welcome to your Pilates with Greg session. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to have a great workout? Well, today we're going to be doing some fantastic work for your abs. We're going to see if we can get some flexibility back into your system. Let me take a look. Yeah, you're looking pretty good. I think you're ready for some rock and roll. So why don't we get started and have some fun? Hi, I've been really looking forward to this session. So if you've got your mat, if you've got your Pilates trousers on, let's do some stretching. Now, if you haven't done any work over the past couple of weeks, don't worry. Let's make sure we do this slowly, carefully, and very comfortably. Take your time, make sure there's no pain anywhere, and it's going to be wonderful. I also need you to relax and breathe. We're going to be focusing on the core. The more these muscles are working, the less effort and strain in the rest of the body. So I'd like you to start with me with the feet just underneath the hips. This is a normal position for us to use when we begin to do our Pilates exercises. But I want you to just take a moment to relax. You know, sometimes when you're standing, you're a little bit too tense, a little bit too stiff, and that's when the body feels too heavy. But when I relax my feet, my ankles, the knees, the hips, and those muscles around the derriere, it helps you to unlock some of the tension you've been holding, and then everything starts to feel much, much better. It's also a great introduction for the stretching, and we are going to start with both arms. So let's take a breath in through the nose, gently open up the ribs, and let those hands float up. Now, my first question is very personal. I want to check to make sure that you're not tensing the glutes. I want your back to be neutral. Pelvis is in the right position. We call this neutral spine, that little rotation. You know that. But let's see if we can just very gently push the hands out. You might feel the stretch in the arms on the inside, the elbow, but I'm here to open up the chest to make sure that your shoulders are expanding, the shoulder blades are separating. At the same time, I'd like to breathe just a little bit more deeply. I want you to feel that the rib cage is gently expanding. This might be the first deep breath that you've taken in a little while. Relaxed there. I'm coming to check. I want those muscles relaxed. Very slowly lifting the hands up towards the ceiling. The arms don't have to be straight. Keep those knees relaxed. A little bit of pressure in the abdomen, stabilize the whole of this section. But I want you to lift the ribs just a little bit and maybe lift your shoulders. Now, you might hear some little clicks and releases, and that could be good, but it has to be completely comfortable. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Let's take those arms out to the sides and relax the shoulders. Turn your palms towards me, make sure the hands are clean, and then very carefully just move the arms backwards, not too far. This is a good opportunity for you to breathe a little more deeply. So in with the breath and just expand the chest. When you breathe out, a little bit of pressure in the abdomen. Keep the derriere relaxed and move the arms backwards. So you just get a feeling of expansion across the chest, across the shoulders. If you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together just a little bit, that could be good. I'm ready to take in another breath. Lift the hands up, and I'm going to join the hands together this time. But before I do the next little stretch, I'm going to keep my knees relaxed, pelvis rotated, joining the hands together, just very gently pushing the palms up. You might get another click. I want you to put your head on the shoulder and very slowly, yeah, you are pulling the abs in, keeping that stability from the core. Just bring the arms over, the head over. Not too far. It should feel comfortable. And just hold it. Feels good. Don't fall asleep. It's not supposed to be that relaxing. Then we can bring everything back, relax. I'm going to repeat on the other side. Yeah, I know my t-shirt's a little bit too short, but don't worry about that. There are no tattoos. There are no surprises. I had them removed especially for this class. So from here, we're going to very gently bring the body back. Should we release the hands? Yeah, I just want you to bring the hands forwards. Pull the tummy in, flex the wrists, just push the palms forwards. Just do that gentle stretch, like you're trying to push a wall, pushing with the hands. As you push the hands out, pull the tummy in gently. Keep the wrists flexed and move the arms out to the sides. Now, we've just done a couple of stretches, so I'm hoping that you're already feeling a little bit more human. We're going to push those palms out gently. You should feel the stretch on the inside of the elbows. The arms don't have to be super straight for this to work, but as you pull the abs in, keep the derriere relaxed. It's like we're obsessed, but it's very important for keeping pressure from your lower back. Gently bring the fingers in towards the ears and just breathe with me. Really gently. You know it's working when you can feel that tingle like an electrical current buzzing between the palms. So this is our favorite ancient technique for helping to release stress, tension and pressure from the head, neck, chest, shoulders and back. And then nothing, and I mean nothing, let go, release. Oh my goodness. Just feel all the weight of that stress and tension melting away. Very good. How's that feel? Could you just feel the effect of a couple of moments of stretching, the way it unlocks and releases stress from the body? Before we do the next stretch, I want to remind you about the jaw, not the microphone, remind you about the jaw. It gets very tense. I want to keep it fluid, I want to keep it mobile, keep it loose. Relax your tongue, relax the throat, relax your beard if you've got one, so it starts to feel much, much more comfortable. Now from here, I'm going to move my feet a little bit further apart. It's not an exaggerated position. I don't know if you can see from where you're watching, but my knees are relaxed. Sometimes you see this stretch done with the legs super locked. I like to keep that pressure away from the knees, away from the back of the leg, so the stretch feels more natural, more comfortable. But I've got a secret ingredient, and it's classical Pilates. It's where we lift the ribs a little higher, and then we pull the tummy in, drop the chin, both hands on the front of the legs to give you some stability, and very slowly slide the hands down towards the ground. I'm still in contact with my hands, and what I'm going to do is take a grip on the lower leg, maybe the ankle, and very slowly, almost without effort, just get the head to move a little bit lower. Don't exaggerate. Just that very gentle stretch, and just hold it with me and breathe. You might notice when you breathe out that your back releases, the legs release, you move a little bit further. And I'm going to hold this stretch just for a few moments before releasing. Now to release, I'm going to bend the knees, relax the arms. I'm going to breathe out to pull my abs in and get all of that control from the abdomen so my back feels super light. Well done, good stretch. Hey, I'd love to give you one more stretch, is that okay? Because you know I'm a big fan of flexibility. It is the key for most of the progress you're going to make. I'm going to leave my feet exactly where they are. Knees are slightly relaxed to make it easy to rotate the pelvis into neutral spine. Remember, beep, beep, keep those glutes relaxed. And just slide one hand down the outside of the leg, bring the other hand upstairs. We're going to try and keep everything lined up, the hips and the shoulders, ears. You can bring the head over if you like. Some people like to look up at the ceiling. You choose. And as you're aiming to bring this hand towards the knee, you very carefully extend this arm all the way over. And remember, it should feel comfortable. There's lots of video work out there showing people going to extremes, but very few people can actually follow to that level without hurting themselves. And our mission is for you to feel super comfortable. When you're ready, pressure in your abdomen. I'm going to bring the top arm to the vertical position. This hand slides back up towards the hip and it allows me to change position, almost as if my arms are weightless. A little bit of contact as this hand slides down the side of the leg. You can put the head wherever you like as long as it's comfortable. You stretch this arm up, not too far, and then pressuring your abdomen for stability. This top hand moves over, but not too far. We really don't need to exaggerate. Some people like to push the hand a little bit further. You might hear clicks and releases, but let's make sure this is super comfortable. And remember, you can use this arm for getting some additional support, and it feels good. We'll hold it for a few moments, and then we'll repeat the same release maneuver we just used on the other side. The top hand goes up, the lower hand moves back up the hip. I'll bring my t-shirt back into its normal position, and you might be thinking that we've done enough, we should stop and have a drink. Not a bad idea, but we do have a little bit more work to do. Now, if you've worked with me, you'll know that I love to work the legs. So we're going to do a little bit of work for your thigh muscles, those quadriceps, but to get the muscles on the inside to work. And to do that, I'm just going to My feet aren't moving around too much, just turning knees and toes a little bit out to the side. Not even going to use my arms. We're going to rotate the pelvis, pull the tummy in, and just sit down. Not too far, not exaggerating. And I'm keeping all the pressure away from my knees. It's helpful to keep the derriere relaxed. Keep talking about your derriere, but it's a very, very helpful point to remember that if we keep these muscles more relaxed, there's less pressure in the lower back. Move the knees a little bit further, lift up the heels, and just hold it for me. I'm going to hold that for 5, almost floating for 4. You can knit if you're getting bored for 3, not even using my hands, for 2, for 1, heels back down. Let's breathe. Feels good. When you're ready, just lift the heels up. You might want to bring the hips a little bit lower to make it stable. You can bring the knees and hips in a centimetre or 2 forwards, just holding it for 5. Feel those muscles working for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Just putting the heels down. Breathing. Lots of oxygen to make this easier. Then we're going to repeat lifting up the heels and holding it. Really good exercise to make those legs strong. Are you thinking about bikinis? You're thinking about summer? Well, let's get those legs into good shape. Just for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and down. Breathing. Let's lift up those heels a little bit higher. See if you can just hold that position just for 5, just for 4. Pressure here for stability for 3 and 2 and 1 and down. Then gently stand up, take all the pressure off the legs. Knees are slightly relaxed. Pelvis rotated. I want to do that stretch down to the ground again. You ready? Breathing out. We pull the abs in. We drop the chin. Both hands on the front of the leg. But this time, when we move down towards the floor, let's see if we can put the fingertips on the ground. Maybe bend the knees if it helps. Maybe put the palms down on the ground. And I want you to see if you can bring the head a little bit lower. Not too far. And take your time. Just breathing gently. And when you're ready, just like we did before, we're going to relax the knees, keep the head relaxed, breathe out, pull the abs in, and slowly uncurl the spine. Very good. Now that's a pretty good sequence of stretching. The legs should have warmed up. So now we're ready to get down on the floor. Hey, are you enjoying the class? Well, if you want to get the full experience and enjoy everything that we're doing in these sessions together, just become a Patreon, and you can find the link in the description below so that you can have full access to everything that we're doing every week. Join us now. It's fun.